So, I'm sitting on the floor because that's where the light is. I got this, wait, this is a glass. I walked past this place called the Sommelier de something, the Parisian Paris wine connoisseur thing. Like, whatever, lady, why are you asking questions about beer? I don't care. Yeah, he wasn't excited that I had questions. The thing is the beer doesn't have a date on it. So, we'll just see how it goes. Whatevers. It smells not like hops at all. It just kind of smells like sour, like a mash. Almost kind of lactic too, though. That's not good. But whatever, chin chin. Yeah, totally not offensive. Almost tastes like nothing. Kind of just tastes grainy. There may have been some hops in there at some point. It's a little bit sweet. But again, just like malt sweetness, grains. That's all. Not bad. Welcome to Tasting Nitch. I'm Nitch. I am obsessed with beer. Cheers. So I hope you're drinking. I recovered from Paris Beer Week. That's all over. God bless everyone who organized that and did it and went. It was amazing. Helped my friend brew a beer. Not really. I just got a picture taken. But I got drunk by like 5 and was home in bed, and then woke up after a long nap and went back to see the Wastemen because they rule. So I have nothing but super positive feedback from everyone who participated. Also, it was Mother's Day last week in America, but it's not Mother's Day in France until the end of this month, I believe. Either way, I love my mother, absolutely 100%, and my grandma. Here are pictures of them, because as they say, like, without them, I wouldn't be here, so that's why you have to say thanks to, like, women in your life for doing that kind of stuff. Like Danielle, and Allison, and Decky, and Ashley, and Ray, and Brandy, and my list can keep going on, because I'm old, and a lot of my friends have babies, and cheers. With my nannying skills, actually, because I'm good with kids. I like stemware. I like babies and stemware. Speaking of mothers, though, Greg Koch, CEO and founder of Stone Brewing, did a little video showcasing his mom. So sweet, adorable. He's doing like a series of videos. They're awkward. But she took some time to talk about how it was at the beginning of Greg's beer business.
It wasn't easy. I can remember time after time he'd call us up and he'd say, "Dad, I need another $10,000 this week." Or, "Steve, Terry, I need another $10,000 this week." And it went on that for a long time. I can't tell you how long it was now before they really made their first penny.
Oh, moms. Mr. Koch, in all of his arrogant bastard glory, is setting up an international investment company venture to support artisanal food and beverage companies, he's calling it, and this is no joke, True Craft. As if we don't already have enough debates over what the term craft means, now we have Greg Koch. God bless his soul.
You're starting to cry, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's all right.
True Craft, my True Craft beer. Good Lord. This beer thing is massive and sneaky, and there is some weird shit going on that we should all probably be more educated about. So as I drink, and if you want to leave comments on like multiple things, you just let me know. First of all, I want to clarify. Greg and his team trademarked True Craft Brewing in like October of last year. Someone said that, thank you to them. Without getting into like the blah blah and the like legal stuff, basically this means that they have exclusive usage for the term within the business of beer. So True Craft tattoo, you're fine. On True Craft t-shirts, you can just go on your merry way. Now I'm just waiting for someone to trademark indie beer. In case you didn't know, now we're all saying indie beer. Craft is out. Update your hashtags, guys. But you know who would do that, right? Because I do. It isn't someone like Belgian-owned Anheuser-Busch InBev SANV, which is the official term. It's gonna be someone like, Oscar Blues. Wah, wah. I don't know if you know this, because, forgive me if you're way advanced than me, but first brought to my attention from Beer Blog with Alan McLeod, however you want to say that. He said that the Boston Globe had done a profile on the equity firm Fireman Capital Partners, who is an investment group behind the expansion of Oscar Blues and the cash injection into Florida's Cigar City. So then I just trailed out into business land and started drinking heavily because I found out that my coconut porter is an indie beer. Nope, not at all. In fact, the Fireman Capital Partners have a shell company that is called Oscar Blues. Brilliant. So they can just masquerade around being like, oh, no, it's Oscar Blues, this really wholesome, lovely company that's buying you. It's Oscar Blues. Because they own the name Oscar Blues, so they have another company named Oscar Blues. They can absolutely do that. That's amazing. And even more amazing is that they've clumped together they have another one called Pirin, so they've put all that together, and they've created something that may sound a little familiar. They've created United Craft Brewers. Ta-da. We're talking fairly large amount of money. Greg was talking about how he already has about $100 million from investors, and he's probably going to look to expand fucking toot sweet, because people like the Fireman Capital Partners, they piss that in the morning. They are not concerned with the competition from a company based on the ethos of Misfits Unite. If you watch the video of Greg, listen, I understand, Greg, and I love you. I get that you're pandering to the Silicon Valley people. In fact, if you do watch the video, skip about 16 minutes in, because the beginning of it is just his sob story about how no one loved him, besides his mom, of course, and his dad, who sounds nice. He was a misfit, and no one wanted to sit next to him on the bus, and blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, you're doing pretty good now, buddy. Let's be serious. He's doing so good that he gets to go in front of the EG conference, who literally stayed on their website. This is just going down. It's just going down. So the EG conference stands for Entertainment Gathering Conference, and it says on their website that the people that attend this are makers and doers of extraordinary things. Great. Basically, we're so awesome. Misfits. He says misfits 12 times as well in that video. It's a lot. It's a lot of times to say misfits. All the misfits need to get together, and then we can all misfit together, and make a Stone Cold Steve Austin beer. I don't know. It just came up in the searches. Also, I just have to say, if you aren't a Star Trek nerd, then you're not going to understand the mission statement for TrueCraft, which is supposed to be something that really explains what your business is. To help misfit companies stick around in a world that is designed to help them assimilate like the Borg. If you don't know what a Borg is, you don't even get that at all. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to explain that to you. I am a Star Trek nerd, I get it, but there are people that just won't. I want to be positive about this whole thing too. Don't think I'm totally conspiracy theorist, but Sean from Beer Search Party, wants people just to relax about it. He said, TrueCraft may not affect more than a few breweries, but it could be a lifeline for those few, and to piss on the whole endeavor instead of finding where it could help seems counterproductive. Support the family. Stone's been around for 20 years, an inspiration for a generation of beer lovers around the world. In fact, it's actually dirty because I just wore it the other day. One of my prize beer nerd shirts. Yeah. Fizzy yellow beer is for wussies. right? Because Germans will fucking crush you if you say that. They like their nice crisp lagers. And I absolutely hate, like here in Paris, we have a lot of squabbles within the craft like industry, and it's ridiculous because we have like less than 10% of the national beer sales, or less. I don't know, I don't have numbers on that. But when someone's trying to turn all of the little guys into like one Megatron of united indie true craft beer bullshit of power, I feel like that's kind of creepy. It's a little creepy. Forgive me if you don't think that, or go fuck yourself. And I know, okay, there are two different ways that you can invest in like a brewery type business, right? So you have equity, which is you give money in exchange for ownership, and then you have debt, in which you give money in exchange for like a promise to pay it back and interest. So the debt is like a bank, and equity is kind of what all the other ones do. Like AB InBev will give you, they don't buy you outright. They'll say like, we'll have 51% of your business. Here's a whole bunch of money. There's that, right? So Greg, and if you own more than 50%, then you like get the business. That's kind of the deal. So Greg says that he's not gonna do. He's capping it at like 25% for each one of these businesses that he takes on. But then, okay, so like Eno from Beer Graphs, dig your graphs. This statement, Koch wants to help young breweries ready to expand by offering minority investments. He can help them grow without telling them what to do. I think you're like partially right. True craft, because it's like going to be an entity. It's not just going to be like Greg, even though like he still doesn't step down as CEO of Stone, which he's been saying he's going to do for like a year. It's hard to replace him, So he's got a lot on his plate. So it's going to be shareholders. Of course they want to help breweries expand when they're young. I mean, get them when they're young. That's kind of the deal. I think like AB InBev bought Goose Island 4 years ago, 5 years ago, not that long ago. And it was only like 30 or 40 million, piddly. And then they just bought Ballast Point back in like January for 1 billion. 1 billion. So get a little bit of investment into like all of these things, and yeah, I get it. You get quite a hefty return, and that's what the investors are looking at. This is not a fucking charity. True craft is not about like peace, love, and hippies. They like to code it with that, but that's, in honesty, it's about the numbers, and it will be. But the second point of like all of that is that AB doesn't tell their breweries what to do either. These small guys that they have a firewall between them and the shareholders. Which, whatever, like True Craft may too, because that is what works for these brands, is doing what they want to do, creating their whatever. It's their autonomy that sells. It's the fact that they can say independent, they can say craft, they can say, it's all these like buzzy things, whatever. AB doesn't go in and say like, hey, Ballast Point, you need to start brewing Budweiser on your system. They don't do that. What they may do, though, is start taking those recipes and bring them on their massive international, huge-scale breweries in places like Berlin, Germany, which I don't know if they have a facility there, but I will tell you that next month, in June, Stone is opening up a brew pub there. So I feel like this True Craft thing probably has a little bit to do with that, I'm almost out of beer. It's just cereal. It's cornflakes. So I just want to leave you with like a little bit of hope, because things like the Oscar Blues, Fireman Partner Shell game, that stuff is public knowledge, if you know where to look. And also, who cares? If you don't want to look, fine, whatever. So I want to point you in the direction of modern drinking guru Jeff from Beervana. He has just these 3 things, and you can read more about it in his Manifesto for good beer drinking, or good consuming. Anyway, It's buy local, buy good, drink on tap. I'm out. I'm gonna finish this and then probably just like fucking hit a vodka bottle because this wasn't good. Maybe if it was colder? I always say that. Anyway, remember to thumbs up, push the subscribe button, share this video kind of with your friends, you know, the ones who are passionate about what they consume, or your conspiracy theory friends, because, you know, Trump is probably an investor in like most of these companies, and he doesn't drink, so that's why I'm not voting for him. Or, you know, maybe your mom. Share a Tasting Nitch video with your mom because she doesn't understand why it is that you keep referring to beer as something different every month. True craft. Craft beer. No. This is microbrewed, independent beer. Indie beer. Do you know what that means, Mom? It's so exclusive. I got this fresh. It's from a growler. A crowler. It's not evil, Mom. It's not evil. Good beer. Et à bientôt. Merci, au revoir.